Welcome to another episode of Michael's Corner. I am sitting by the Panda, Erik only. How you doing tonight?
I'm a little beat up. I just had a match with Jason Rage. That guy is a freaking maniac, and honestly, I was scared to get into the ring with him, but I finally crossed that off my bucket list, and I had a lot of fun. And I actually wish I hope to see him in the ring again.
And word's been out there that you have checked my my YouTube channel and whatnot, and you like some of the interviews that I do. So can you tell me which interviews did you like the most?
Honestly, all of the interviews that you do are such bangers. I enjoy every single one of them, especially the ones that I see live. Whenever I see you at other shows and you are interviewing like other people, like I get to experience that in a live setting. But if I were to choose one, I would have to choose many actually. I would say your interviews with the Summit, my boys. Those guys are super awesome. Those guys are like my big brothers. And their last interview with Indie Talk, they gave me a special shout out and everything. So this is my special shout out to them on Michael's Corner right here. So hopefully you guys recognize this shout out.
Yeah, we gotta give a shout out to Indie Talk because they too does great interviews and whatnot, and I have to give a shout out to them because they work so hard, doing the interviews and whatnot, and people are beginning to like them more, which is fine, which is great and whatnot, because Michael's Corner has actually been the longest running wrestling podcast in Minnesota.
Wow.
So I've been doing this for about May of 2013.
Oh wow, I did not know that fact actually. Wow.
Yeah, that's when I started interviewing the wrestlers and whatnot. And here we are, 2024, still doing it. And I made some improvements over the years. So I just wanna bring that out.
No, I say, dude, like just keep on doing what you're doing, and dude, every single one of these interviews and every single one of these videos that you put out, they are such bangers, and I enjoy watching them, and hopefully everyone else does, just like I do. Or else you wouldn't be doing this for so long if no one was enjoying it. So yeah, congratulations on all that time doing this, man.
Yeah, thank you. It's my favorite hobby. I go to these wrestling shows. I love doing interviews with wrestlers because, people loves it. So I figure, you know what? I'm gonna keep doing this, because my YouTube audience, they love it when I do stuff like this and whatnot. And always listen to the audience. Like they suggest get a phone stance. Guess what I did? I got a phone stance. They one subscriber suggested that I get a microphone. Guess what I did? Ta-da!
Right there.
Right there.
With your own initials too, right there.
Yeah.
Look
well,
at
I
that.
have to get this I gotta get that fixed or whatnot. Don't worry, I got backup at home, so I got stickers so I can just peel that off and put a new one.
After all this time, you learned a thing or two, right?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. So talk to me.
Yeah.
What? So how did you get your start in wrestling? I know Indie Talk asked you this question before, but now you're on Michael's Corner, so my audience wants to know, how did you get your start in wrestling?
It's Michael's turn to get the scoop now. It is his turn. Indie Talk had their chance and had their opportunity to get my scoop. Now it's Michael's turn. So, just like every other wrestler, I started watching wrestling as a kid. My uncles, they introduced me to Lucha Libre, actually. The first type of wrestling that I ever watched was Lucha Libre. All that old school stuff, CMLL, AAA, just that amazing high-flying style. Every single time that I would go to my grandma's house, my uncles would be there, and they would always have wrestling on the TV. Later on, I started watching like the American stuff, you know, WWF, some WCW videotapes and stuff like that. TNA when it was around back in the day, and yeah, I just fell in love with like the stories, the characters, and everything. Especially the luchadors and lucha libre with their masks and their gimmicks. They're like superheroes, man. They were like so inspiring to me. And then for actually doing the physical stuff in the ring, I've been wrestling for about, I want to say like about 3 or 4 years, so I'm still pretty new to the wrestling scene. I started training a little bit like about 2 years before my debut. I was trained by Black Boy from NWC. So he trained me, and also Guerrero Blanco. He also trained me, and the way that I kind of got into the training was small world. Guerrero Blanco is actually my brother-in-law.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, he introduced me to Black Boy. He saw some potential in me, started training me, and then a couple years later, just put me in the ring right away, and I've just been doing it ever since. And I've been having fun ever since. I've gotten so much notoriety from some of the wrestlers here in Northern Lights Wrestling, some of the people that have seen me in Wrestle Verde, from NWC also, and it's been quite an experience, like almost unexplained.
So tonight you had a match tonight at Northern Lights Wrestling. How did that match go? Can you tell my audience?
Yeah, absolutely. The match, to sum it up, my body hurts. I had a match against Jason Rage. So, if anybody knows Jason Rage, everyone knows that he is a maniac in the ring. That dude can really go. That dude is a freaking, what's the best words to describe him? He's a scientist in the ring. Like, he can pick you apart any way that he wants. And yeah, he definitely knew my weakness, but fortunately, I came out on top, and yeah, it was such a pleasure to actually be in the ring with him. Jason, if you're watching this, dude, it was a pleasure, and I really can't wait to do it again with you, man. It's been fun.
Yeah, and I agree with you. Jason Rage has really improved in the ring with the last couple of years or so, because he started out as a referee, I think in MIW, and then all of a sudden he just became a wrestler and whatnot, and he was the top babyface in MIW. So to see him transition from a babyface to a heel, I felt it, because this is, I'll tell you, you was at that Wrestle Verte show, right? Oh my God, seeing him as a heel for the first time, I just gave a shit.
Oh yeah.
And he even messaged me and told me, Michael, thank you so much, because what I'm trying to do, you guys, for those of you guys who are telling me, don't be heckling at the wrestlers, here's the thing you guys don't understand.
Listen close.
Listen to me. I'm doing this so I can one up against the wrestler, It's good that I'm giving Jason heat, so then that way the crowd can follow suit.
Oh yeah.
Because the fans' job is to cheer and boo at the wrestlers. And if I don't do that, if I don't deliver that out there, then how will anybody else feel,
Honestly, I appreciate your heckling and your energy out there. Honestly, all of the wrestlers, and I think I can speak for all the wrestlers in the locker room and everything, and we feed off the energy of the crowd. If there's no energy, then we're just gonna try our best, but we may not feel it like we want to. So if we feel like the energy from the actual crowd, you know, the chanting, the booing, the energy and everything, that builds us up, and we can have banger after banger after banger of a match. And honestly, if it wasn't for the fans, like, wrestling would be boring. Honestly,
Yeah.
it would just be people just like rolling around on a mat and everything. And it wouldn't be entertaining. It would definitely be just people sitting around just watching guys in spandex just rolling around on a mat. But that's not no one wants to see that. With energy and everything, it's not just a show, it's an experience. Wrestling shows are not just shows, they're experiences, and if you really want to experience that just that energy, you know, let your voice be heard, chant, boo, hold up a sign, friggin' just make yourself heard, and you'll have the full experience at a wrestling show, and it is just awesome.
Yeah, and what Erik is trying to say is, you know, you can heckling is okay and whatnot, but
Just don't touch the
just don't put your hands on the wrestlers or use foul language or racial slurs or sexual harassment, because that's not heckling
No.
whatsoever. That's really, you know,
That's just disrespectful. Yeah, we want to have at every single wrestling match. We want to have a good time. That's the main point of a wrestling show, is not only seeing professional wrestling, but having a good time and a good experience. And if there's that one person that's just like destroying the vibe, like that person does not belong there at all.
yeah. And in other words, if we see anybody disrespecting the wrestlers or making not just only the wrestlers but the fans feel uncomfortable, and if I'm there, I'm gonna make sure y'all get kicked out, because that's, you cross the line, and we want to make wrestling supposed to be fun and entertaining and exciting.
Yes.
And you know, we want the fans to have a good time so that when they go home to their families, you know,
Just have nothing but a smile.
they have nothing but a smile on their face. They can talk about the shows, because you never know, their family might want to come to the show and experience the energy, the fire, the heckling, the cheering, the booing.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, just nothing but good vibes is what we want from these wrestling shows. And as long as we have that, I mean, every show is going to be a banger.
So, if this was up to you, who do you want to face in the ring if given the opportunity?
Ooh, that is a good question. Because I feel like I've wrestled at least one person on every single level of every company. I've wrestled luchadors. I've wrestled like Jason Rage, a hardcore maniac. I've wrestled technical people like Drew Dillon. I've even wrestled very good friends like the Summits. I've wrestled Joseph Alexander one-on-one, and I've been in the ring one-on-one a little bit in a tag match. I've had a little experience with Derek Fury. So my next challenge, my goodness. Ooh, that's a good question, because a lot of names come up. You know what? I say bring it. I say bring the next person. I don't care who it is. I'll get in the ring with the next person that wants me, and you know, I'll show them how vicious a Panda can really be.
Yeah, you know who I think you should get in the ring with, because I had him on Michael's Corner before.
Okay.
Have you heard of the name of Garrison Creed?
Garrison Creed. That name does ring a bell. I don't think I'm very familiar with Garrison Creed, but but that name does ring a bell.
Go to my YouTube channel, watch I filmed some of his matches, watch his matches, and let me tell you, because he is badass. Yes, and I think you versus him will be a great match,
Okay.
and that gives him the chance, you know, know his wrestling style, because I believe you and him will have a great match. And if I'm there at a wrestling show, you better bet your bottom dollar that I'll be filming that match.
Garrison Creed, I mean, if you're watching this, man, right now, I'm giving you a chance to probably come out to Minnesota, come out to NLW, wherever you feel comfortable, and let's go for it, man. I'm open to the idea. Before I forget, actually, another person that I've kind of wanted to wrestle that I've seen here at Northern Lights Wrestling before was Joey Alpha. I don't know if you remember him.
That rings a bell.
Yeah, Joey Alpha.
Yeah,
I believe he wrestled at the last December show.
Oh, okay.
I believe it was the December show or the October show for NLW of last year.
Okay, that rings the bell, but I don't think I know who he is.
Yeah, and it's actually coming true because I will be wrestling Joey Alpha for Wrestling Fans United in Iowa on October 3rd.
Okay.
October 3rd, I think that's the date. Right now, I'm a little hazy in the mind right now, but I know it's in October. I mean, check out my Facebook and my Instagram. I post on there all the time about it, and yeah, I'll definitely remember when I see the poster. But Joey Alpha is definitely one of the guys that I've been very impressed by, and I will finally be able to go into the ring with. And I'm very excited for that show.
So when you're not wrestling and whatnot, what does the Panda, Erik only, likes to do on his off days?
Oof, on my off days, whenever I have an off day, because I'm always busy with a lot of things. I'm busy with family, my personal life, my personal work and stuff like that. Whenever I do have a nice day, I mean, I'm a very chill person. I like to, I like to be at home. I'm a stay-at-home kind of person and everything. I don't really like to go out that much. And I don't know. I'm a very big movie fan. I'm a very big movie fanatic. Horror movies, I'm starting to really get into right now. So I mean, if anybody has any good horror movie recommendations, please let me know, because I've been watching a lot of horror movies. My favorite horror movies right now are the Terrifier movies. Okay. Yeah, those slasher movies with Art the Clown. Oh my gosh, they're so good. I don't know if you've ever seen those ones.
No, I'm really not into scary movies like that. But I'm into more of the comedy movies or based on a true story. I'm more into that because that really touched me and whatnot. But I don't watch movies as much as I used to when I was a lot younger and whatnot. So
I don't know, with every streaming service, you can watch a movie any day of the week now.
Hell yeah, and that's what I like about this stream service. You can watch it anytime, anywhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
So my final question to you is this. So every wrestling promotion you've been at, not trying to what and how do you feel about Northern Lights Wrestling?
Northern Lights Wrestling, honestly, at first I did have a little bit of my doubts a little bit. I've never wrestled for the promotion before, and when I first went to my first show, I didn't know what to expect with it. I saw a lot of people I didn't know because I was so new to the promotion and everything. But I don't know. After I want to say after that first show and every show after that, I've had a good time. I've met a lot of the wrestlers that I know now from Northern Lights Wrestling, and I've made a lot of friends from Northern Lights Wrestling. And every single time that I've come to Northern Lights Wrestling, it's been a really good experience. I've always had a really good time. I've always had a good match with whoever they put me in the ring with. Oliver Williams, for as much of a scumbag that he is, he knows how to book good matches. I'll give him that. For as much of a what did Gene Podansky call him? Like a walrus or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, for as much of a walrus that he is, he can definitely booked some good matches today. He definitely gave me a very, very good opponent today. Gene Pedance.
Gene Pedant.
I always butcher his
I butcher his last.
Let's just call him Golden Boy. How about that?
Yeah, the Golden Boy.
Yeah, Golden Boy always like when he was taking over before Oliver Williams took over tonight. Golden Boy always put on a banger of a show, and I'm so proud to call myself part of the roster for NLW, and I've built nothing but good relationships with everyone here, and I hope to come back every single time.
Mm-hmm. And before we wrap this up, I like to tell my fans that this is actually my first time in over 5-6 years that I've been to Northern Lights Wrestling Show. So this is my first time back at NLW tonight, and I gotta tell you, they put on great wrestling matches and action and whatnot. I really had a great time, and I will definitely be coming back because, when I first came to Northern Lights Wrestling, it's like what you said. I have my self-doubts because I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
But watching, the matches and whatnot, I always had a great time, but to come back here and see the changes that NLW has made, it's like that makes me want to come back and whatnot.
Oh yeah, these guys. I just want to say right now that like, all of the wrestlers are in that locker room. I appreciate you guys. All of you guys have so much advice to give me, and I take them all personally in a good way. I want to say that in a good way, and I take them to heart. I try my very best to kind of put to action all that advice and everything. And like I said, I've made nothing but friends here. All those guys work their asses off. They work so hard to put on a really good show, and it shows so much. It definitely pays off. All the fans have a good time. All the fans leave the arenas wherever we are, whether it's bowling alleys, whether it's bars or something like that. It doesn't matter where we are. We're gonna try to put on the best show that we possibly can, and that's exactly what all those guys in the locker room do. And they work so hard to make a great show. And these guys, they're just awesome, and I know that they're gonna do great things with this company. I'm very looking forward to where this company is going to go.
And I just want to say thank you for doing this interview with me because, this is great. And anytime you want to be on my wrestling podcast, Michael's Corner, just let me know and we'll do this again, all right?
Yeah, for sure. Thanks.
So
I want to say thank you for actually considering me to be on your show. Like I said, I've watched a lot of your interviews, either live or on YouTube or something. And I've had a really good time watching your content, and it's really awesome to actually be part of your content now.
Mm-hmm. And that's what Michael's Corner is all about. I'm looking to interview newer wrestlers like you and other people and other wrestlers and whatnot, referees, and everyone that I interview says the exact same thing. They feel comfortable with me interviewing them because I make the wrestlers feel comfortable and they can talk about whatever they want, whatever's on their mind, because I'll give them the best advice to my knowledge and whatnot. So.
Yeah, I definitely, like I said, I really appreciate you actually having me on the show. It's a really good time.
All right. Well, you guys, thank you for watching this episode, and I will put all of Erik's socials on the description box and whatnot, and You guys take care, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.